Hi everyone, just thought I'd do a little review on the Ford Tibbe pick. Now when I first got it, obviously I went out there and tried to insert it in the door of the car, and it wouldn't go in. Wouldn't get past that first come on, focus. I want you to focus. Where are we? Any other time you'd focus for me. God. Alright, maybe I have to hold it there. The first little ridge on the, what they call arrows. Each one of these they call an arrow, I think, if I can understand their language. It wouldn't go past that anyway. So I had to get some sandpaper and lightly just sandpaper those little levers down a bit until I got to a point where I could actually insert the key right into the lock. So I got the key in, but I noticed it only went so far, didn't go all the way. So I got my key, put it against it and measured it with the with my antique measuring stick, and that end piece was too long, so I've had to take a bit off there as well. But I missed one step. I sandpapered them, the little levers down, but then I noticed, if you have a look at that, those little levers are not in line. The first three are, the next one's offline, that one's probably near enough to being online, but not quite lined up with the end one. So there's two there that don't line up, and that prevented the key from going in. So firstly, sandpaper them down. Secondly, sandpaper some end off that so it bottoms right in. But before I could get it in, I had to pull that pin out. It won't go in the lock with that pin in because the misalignment on those little levers. It's not a big deal, I suppose, but it is disappointing that the quality control, you know, isn't up to scratch. But yeah, so if anybody's considering purchasing one of these, it's opened it's opened the car and it's opened the boot, so it works. The only thing is I've got to pull that pin out before I can get it actually in the lock, so I can get these little levers here to line up to insert the key. But other than that, sandpapering the little levers down a little bit, taking some of the end off the key so it bottoms in when you put it in, and taking the pin out to align those little levers up to insert the thing, she works fine. The next thing is, I've been trying to read the code, but I've noticed when you you know, you count them one, it's really hard to count the clicks, because with this one anyway, you've got to use a fair amount of tension on the one that's the tension one. You've got a fair amount of tension, and I'm a little bit frightened to put too much tension on in case it breaks something. But it's really hard to distinguish each individual position when it clicks in from 1 through to 4. So I've had about 4 attempts this morning at picking the boot this morning and trying to actually make up that spare key that comes with this thing, but I've had no success yet. So obviously I've got to hone up the skills in knowing exactly where these are when you write them down. However, I shall persevere, and I'm sure we shall get there at the end of the day. It works, and that's the main thing. At least I can pick the car open if I have yet to make my spare key. Alright, okay, thanks for watching that.